Hey guys. Sorry. Shit. Sorry about that. It's not been a great day. I've been wanting to do this video for a while since, like, probably, at least, like, a good couple days here, like maybe 2, 3, because my internet had gone out first, and you might notice the video quality on this is kind of different. I am using a different camera. The one I used was originally my phone, and today my phone has suffered a great fall, and it was the cushion of the back seat, and it died. So that's what I had to deal with. So I have to get a new fucking phone. So, like, it's weird. It turns on, like, the screen isn't working. I don't have $80 to pay for a new screen. It's cheaper just to buy a new phone and service, honestly. So, plus it's a much older phone, and yeah, so it's kind of disappointing. I had to deal with that. Anyway, kind of hoping I don't look too bad or sound too bad. I'm a little tired too. Sorry if the corner looks a little messy. I don't think it does. So, I gotta hang this Captain America jacket up. Sorry, I'm just taking a minute to go on my laptop because the news I want to talk about, I wrote in a Word document myself, so. Wait. We'll go on to probably the first bit of news, which is Jesse L. Martin. So, he has stepped away from Flash for possibly the rest of the season. So, possibly. I don't know. I just know he stepped away for a while because, first off, I figured something was wrong with the actor because the guy was sitting in every single shot. And, Joe West, that's who that actor plays on The Flash, which is one of my favorite characters. He was also a cop in Law and Order. He wasn't at a crime scene, which I don't think we've ever not seen Joe at a crime scene. So it was kind of concerning. Apparently, because I searched it finally when I had the time. Apparently, the actor had suffered a bad. I don't really know what it was called. I read that something happened to his back during the summer when filming, and he's had to now take medical leave. So, I'm hoping the actor is okay. I won't blame him if he doesn't come back for the whole season. So, I just want the guy to be well. I just watched tonight episodes 6 and 7 of The Flash. They made a couple of excuses. Joe went to, I can't remember what the first excuse was, but Joe, I think, went to Thanksgiving with Cecile's family. So, but yeah, so hopefully that actor, he heals up okay, and I hope that his injury doesn't get any worse, and that he can come back to the show soon, because I personally like Joe West. So another thing too is that I'm wondering. I won't mind it, but next week is the 100th episode of The Flash, and I'm wondering if he's going to be in it. If not, I totally understand. I'll be sad, though, if he's not, due to the fact that it's the 100th episode. So, but I'm sure they'll put a flashback in just to include him, because he should be in the 100th episode, So, Anyway, that's one of the sad news for now. So we'll talk about the one of the most saddest ones for me, at least. At least for entertainment. That one for that actor, I hope he's okay. So I'll be very sad if his injury causes him to not be on the show anymore. But anyway, in other news, Joaquin Phoenix. I know I pronounced that wrong. A Joker origin movie, so that's why I have the Killing Joke out. If we've all seen the famous and read the famous comic, the Killing Joke is one of the darkest Batman adaptations of all time. One of the darkest Batman stories. Spoilers going into this, so just keep that in mind. Uh, Although if you're watching this, I assume you were prepared for spoilers. But if you don't want Killing Joke, I'll put a timestamp in the description below, so you can just move on to the Daredevil conversation. If you don't want to hear about if you don't want to get spoiled about any news of Joaquin Phoenix, Joker movie or the Killing Joke. But anyway, going right into the Killing Joke right now. The Killing Joke is about the Joker. He's secretly escaped Arkham once again. He buys a carnival. He kidnaps Jim Gordon, but before he takes Jim Gordon, he goes to the front door and shoots Barbara Gordon, Batgirl, in the spine, paralyzing her, strips her, and then takes pictures, and then just his attempt to drive Jim Gordon mad. He thinks he's succeeded. He wants to prove to Batman that one bad day can drive you insane. It doesn't work. In the end, Jim Gordon says to Batman, I want this done by the book. So Joker is proved wrong, but you also learn about the Joker's background. So, although you kind of don't really know about the Joker's background still, because it kind of goes the same way in the comics. Every flashback he did have, we perceive that as the truth. But when you really think about it, was it the truth? Because when Batman's looking for the Joker after all those flashbacks, he's like, sometimes I remember it one way, sometimes I remember it another, so that means all the flashbacks, he could have just remembered it that way. So, you really don't know with the Joker, so. But if that was just true origin, I gotta say it's a pretty sad origin about his wife. So, and I think that, I think it makes the Joker a little compelling in a way. But, the thing I love about the Joker is he takes he's almost like Toy Man. He takes these innocent looking things, like clowns and stuff and toys, and he'll make them into weapons. He can turn something innocent into something that's not so innocent. And I like that about the Joker. Now, Joaquin, oh man, I keep pronouncing his name wrong. I'm so sorry. So, my mouth's a little dry, so I'm pronouncing it a little wrong. Phoenix's Joker movie. Now, I don't know much, because I don't want to go look into the story, but apparently this is, from what I've seen, apparently they're looking, I think they found an actor to play Thomas Wayne, and if this is the case, that means this is going to take place before Batman's parents are murdered. Now, in the Michael Keaton movie, spoilers for that, which is one of the greatest Batman movies of all time, Jack Nicholson, who was a good Joker, it's revealed in that story that he killed Batman's parents. So, before he became the Joker, when he was just a street thug, he killed Batman's parents. At one point, I was thinking to myself, because of Jack Nicholson, I was thinking to myself, they have Thomas Wayne. Because the whole story, the Killing Joke, going on that. By the way, just to say, this Joker origin movie, it's not to be canon to the DCEU movies, so don't even expect that. One thing that makes it kind of interesting is uh, is that, in the Killing Joke, Joker is the Red Hood. He falls in the vat of acid because, of Batman. Batman somewhat creates the Joker. That's kind of the dark thing about Batman and the Joker, is that, Joker, he turned Joker into something, horrible by mistake, and the Joker tries to turn Batman into something else like a killer because he wants Batman to cross the line and stuff, and tries to drive Batman insane. But anyway, yeah, what I was trying to get to, my point is that, Batman created Joker, so what if, for this Joker spinoff, we have the Joker origin, and he kills Batman's parents, and it's revealed we're going to get a Batman movie against Joaquin Phoenix, and it's going to be about Batman finding his parents' murderer. I think that'd be really good. I think that could play out well if they did that. I don't think they'll do that, but that'd be really interesting in my opinion. So, I was going to show you some pictures off the laptop, but my laptop's acting a bit screwy lately, so I'm afraid I won't be able to show you, but I'll leave links down in the description below to images of Joaquin Phoenix. I can't believe I'm pronouncing it wrong. I'm probably pronouncing it wrong. I'm so sorry. I know you're going to yell at me down in the comments being like, you fucking idiot, pronouncing it wrong. But yeah, so a lot of people have been ripping on this Joker movie, like, oh, he looks ridiculous with the blue around his eyes. I honestly was one of those people, honestly. And, then my friend, shout out to my friend Tori, she had, I showed her a picture, I was like, because she's a huge Joker fan, she had talked about, I showed her it, she said, oh, that's cool, and I was like, yeah, but isn't blue around the eyes kind of weird? And she's like, maybe a little, but, they all have their own thing. I'm like, holy shit, you're right, they do. Like, I didn't think about that. Like, each Joker, each actor does have their own style. So, this is going to be their own style. I have to, we should remember that, as that it's their own take on the Joker. But yeah, I think he looks good. He definitely kind of gives me Heath Ledger vibes, honestly. Um, apparently a lot of people were, thinking that this was going to be a villain, but it's going to be like a superhero movie. Mostly, Phoenix came out and said, look, you're expecting it to be a, what's the word? Hero movie, sorry. I lost the word there for a minute on top of my head. Don't expect that. This is anything but. So, and I'd read you the whole quote right now, but actually I could read you the whole quote right now. Hold on. Let this load. Alright. Okay. He said, I wouldn't quite classify this as like any genre. I wouldn't say it's a superhero movie or a studio movie or it feels unique, and I think more than anything, and probably the most important thing is Todd seems very passionate about it and very giving, and so that's exciting. I think underneath the excitement of those films and the size of them, there are uncovered and exposed, and sometimes it isn't, and so I always felt like there were studied, sorry, uh, my eyes suck. Also, I'm really tired. It's like 11 o'clock. Where was I? I lost my place. Oh, and so I think that's what Todd sees appealing about this idea. I take a lot of time and consideration when making decisions and what I'm going to work on always. So, in some ways, the process, which is obviously reading a script and meeting a filmmaker and then continuing to have meetings and discussions with Todd Phillips, I think he's very impressive, and he seems to have a very interesting understanding of this world. And with him on this particular project, it feels unique. It is its own world in some ways, and maybe mostly it scares the fucking shit out of me or, or something. I might as well be the thing that scares you the most. So, which, if that's him saying that and the movie really will be like that, I want that, because Joker should scare us. You know? This movie will be coming out on October 4th, 2019, so we got next year. If this movie is not going to be a hero movie, if it's going to be a rated R movie, maybe it is good for October. So, I mean, if you're going to really make this guy that scary and that, fucking bonkers, then go right ahead and do it, man. So yeah, that's all I really have for the Joker movie with Joaquin Pheonix there. I know I'm probably pronouncing his name wrong again, sorry. So, don't hate me. So, now on to the big news, which is, on this side, you can see I have my Netflix series, Pops, Jessica Jones statue, and Daredevil Season 1. If you guys haven't heard, Daredevil was canceled very recently. It was, before that, it was reported that Iron Fist and Luke Cage were canceled. So, it's, there's no coincidence now. There's no way Daredevil got that low of ratings to, get canceled. There has to be Disney or something doing this. So, there was an article released that, they said Daredevil will still be for future projects. So, I'm wondering about this because if... This was my thought. If we're going to have Jessica Jones Season 3 and Punisher Season 2, and those get canceled as well, and we have all the Netflix series gone, does this mean Thanos fucking snapped? Spoilers for Infinity War right now. And maybe this was, actually I have two thoughts about this. Maybe he wipes out the Defenders and they get brought into Phase 4 of the movies as a soft reboot, or maybe they bring them into the next Avengers movie because they are low on heroes. It would make a lot of sense to have them. And that would be a neat way to have them finally come into the movies, You could still do a soft reboot if you have them. So, it's not impossible. So, I mean, I gotta be honest, Punisher, Daredevil, and Jessica, they do it for me. So, they are the keys to the Netflix series, in my opinion. So is Iron Fist, too, and so is Luke Cage. I didn't really like Luke Cage that much. Iron Fist, I wasn't super into either until they left it at that really huge fucking cliffhanger where Danny Rand pulls out fucking 2 Iron Fist guns and he shoots chi bullets, and I was just, ugh! So, it's a shame we're not going to get that now, so... but anyway, I mean, it's a shame that these are getting canceled, but if they do what I'm thinking, and they're gonna try and do a soft reboot of these characters into the movies, that would be amazing. So that's just my thoughts on it. I don't know if that will happen. If it doesn't, I would think that's a pretty bad idea not to do that because, Daredevil and Spider-Man, they've teamed up a lot. Daredevil has talked about all the time how he would love to team up with Spider-Man sometime, and the guy who plays Kingpin, he's talked about how he would love to play as, the Kingpin in one of the Spider-Man movies against Tom Holland's Spider-Man, so it would just be epic. I think it's got potential, and it's a shame if they don't do it. It'd be a shame. So, but Yeah, anyway, that's really all the news I had and my thoughts about, Daredevil being canceled, and that was my thoughts about Phoenix's Joker movie and, you know, uh, the guy who plays Joe West on Flash there. So, hopefully that guy recovers quickly so we can have him for the rest of the season of Flash. Uh, anyway, guys, thanks for watching this video. You know, I might be doing these maybe not daily, but maybe I can do them like, uh, you know, maybe I'll post one today and then 2 days later I'll post another one. So, I mean, who knows? I might just do one once a week. I was kind of thinking maybe I'd do like a news thing like Tuesdays and Thursdays, but I'm not sure. We'll see how this one goes. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. Um, Comment down below if you're really fucking bummed also about, you know, these Netflix series getting canceled, and you believe in me that they might be doing a soft reboot of our Defenders into the MCU, because wouldn't it be awesome just to have a Spider-Man movie where we could finally have Punisher fight Spider-Man? I mean, that's how he was brought into the comics in the first place, was hunting Spider-Man. So I just think it would be really great, and you know, I think it'd be a really bad idea if they didn't do that. So if they end up on their Disney streaming app, you know, doing seasons of these shows and they're not, they're not the same as they were on Netflix. From what I know, also the shows aren't get pulled from Netflix. They're not. I don't even think they're going on the Disney streaming app. From what I heard they're just gonna stay on Netflix. So, which I think would be also a big fucking mistake. So, but anyway, guys, thanks for watching. So, I'm sorry if the audio and the video looks kind of bad. What do you think of the news of, Joe West from Flash, his injuries? Let's wish him, well, and hope he comes back onto the Flash soon. What do you think of the Joker origin movie we're getting, and what do you think of, the Defenders and stuff, all their seasons and shows getting canceled? Because it really is a bummer. I was excited for Iron Fist, and I feel like the way they've left, I haven't finished Daredevil Season 3 yet, but the way they left Iron Fist and Luke Cage, I just don't see why you would end it there. It would make more sense to finish that up, like those stories of why Danny's got two guns, and Luke running these kind of, criminal, dealers. But it makes sense because think about it. Avengers 4 hasn't even come out yet. Mark Ruffalo also talked about how, back in September, they reshot scenes for Avengers 4, sorry. Can't find my words there. So, what if the Defenders are in the Avengers movie? That'd be really cool. I mean, it was also talked about that because I believe for Infinity War, the Defenders were seriously considered for the Avengers Infinity War movie, but because there was already so many heroes, they couldn't find a place to fit them. I mean, that's what I read. So, I mean, if it could not be true, leave a comment down below if it isn't, but, I want to believe it. So, because I would really like these guys to be in the next Avengers. What do you think? Finally have Daredevil teamed up with Spider-Man. Ugh. Well, anyway, guys, it's pretty late now. It's like 11:10 or whatever. So I'm gonna end the news here. This is all the news and thoughts I had about it. Leave a comment down below what your thoughts are. Thanks for watching the video. If you want, you could like this video, and also if you want, you could subscribe to this channel if you do like my videos. There should be Smallville reactions coming pretty soon, so, which I don't know if you're interested in Smallville. It's a DC show that CW used to have. It went on at least from 2001 to 2010, so go check that out. I have a part 1 to 4 reactions of the Justice, a special episode of, where it's kind of the Justice League episode where Aquaman, Impulse, Cyborg, Green Arrow, and Superman, they were all there. They joined together and fight Luthor Corp. So, anyway, guys, again, thanks for watching. Have a good night. Bye.